Good morning, everyone. It's lazy Sunday here on the farm. No picking up sticks. It's raining, or it did rain. Might rain some more, which is great. All my seeds I planted. I got planted some more. I got my cucumbers together. It's a video that I saw. Somebody made on how to grow lots of cucumbers out of just a 5-gallon bucket. I have space here in my garden, and once things come more up, maybe I'll make a little video and show you guys all what's coming up and this and that. Sissy mowed the lawn yesterday. I started with the weed whacker, and then she's like, "Oh, come on now, let's get our little lawnmower out, right?" Man, she worked hard out there, and the grass in some areas, it's coming up really thick this year. I noticed that, because did you notice? She said, yeah, it's kind of hard to get through it. Anywho, so our yard looks pretty good right now, and it's time to already start weeding. Yes, yes. So we'll see. I don't know, is weeding with that? But, well, here's the thing, right? Regardless, I still need to take care of the animals, right? Yes? Well, I could just say leave them all out right now already. They'd be fine if I didn't feed them or anything all day long until tomorrow. They wouldn't. It'd be fine. I could just let it go for a day, right? Yes, maybe I should. Maybe this is like, maybe that, I don't know. Well, okay. One reason, right, we here, because all the animals here are free. Nobody's fenced in. They got a couple hundred acres plus to roam, and then if they go over to the other side, there's lots of wilderness this way. Right? There's some that way too, but that's where the roads are too and stuff. But this way, you can go for miles. My girls one time, they went all on the horses, and 3 of them, all on the horses, and they started going wherever they were, and they ended up coming out, let's see, a mile and a half down the road out by a friend's house, and they were so happy, they thought they were lost, and couldn't figure out where to go, right? Yes, they knew if we just keep going, we must come out somewhere, and there's thickets, and I don't know, and there's deer trails too, so I guess they followed some kind of a trail, but they came back and said, "Man, Mom, we got lost out there." They were gone for hours, okay? Oh, well, glad you made it back, right? And then my daughter one time, gosh, she was maybe a freshman in high school. She was no more than maybe 14 or something. 13, 14, something like that. And get a call. One of my other daughters was here too. Get a call. She said, she's gone for hours, but then she's been doing this, okay? She'd walked the whole property here, most likely. And she calls and she says, "Mom, come pick me up. I'm so and so," wherever she was there. Oh, I know where that's at. She says, "I got lost." What, you got lost in our woods? Ooh. Sure, she says, "But I found the road, so I'm so tired." So my daughter ended up going picking her up about a mile away. Well, anyway. So that's the kind of wilderness we live here in. So if they don't get fed every day, now it's just once a day right now because of their own schedule. So they come back, right? Yes, this is the center point here. They come back, I can make sure nobody got hurt out there, this, that. Right? Our chickens, if I don't feed them, they'll end up on the other side of the hill, right? Which is, it goes way up and on. Because they just keep moving then. Yes, yeah, they don't stick around just right here. Though I know you can hear as it, they're waiting for the corn right now. That's why they're still around. But you hear them way up there. Yeah. Yes, doing their scratching and this and that. One of them makes us, one of the roosters every once in a while starts hollering again. So I says, oh man, where are they? Anywho, the pigs, they're getting a little older and they're not going too far, but they sometimes go with the horses. I don't know how far, but I found them way out there too, taking a walk. Anyway, so that's why, right? Yes, I could let it go for a day. Probably would still come back and say, hey, what's going on here? Anywho, so that's my day today. What am I going to do? Nothing. I'm going to do a little something. Again, what are we allowed to do on the Sabbath? Except for going to church. Bitch already had church this morning. Saw this wonderful, and I shared it on my Facebook page. Wonderful older gentleman, retired pastor and retired teacher, gave this just wonderful short little sermon about truth. Yes, I had to agree with him on every point. Well done, encouragement, and just reminding people, right? Yeah, what is important in our life. Very nice guidance. Wonderful guidance that was. On a nice lazy Sunday. Well, looks like it's going to clear up and the sun's going to come out. I like it. Rain and sunshine. Best thing for all my seeds and my plants. Oh. I have to say, after listening, and it was about truth, I have to say people don't really like the truth. You're not very much liked for the truth. I found that too. I was told most of my life you're too direct. But if you sugarcoat everything, man, that's going to make you sick eventually, right? Yes. Oh. Okay. Brutal honesty. Yeah, sometimes that's needed too, right? Yes. I don't know. Yeah, I do know. Well, anyway. But there are consequences to telling the truth, aren't there? Yeah. We had our first hummingbirds come yesterday. We hung up our hummingbird feeders day before yesterday. And last night there were about 3 or 4 of them here. Oh, hey, welcome, guys. Welcome back. Yes, they do migrate someplace warmer in the wintertime. They're back. They're back. Spring is in full motion forward. Isn't that something amazing with the seasons? You can't stop them. Right? Yes. Okay. We're not going to be stopped either. Not going to happen. All right, let's get going here with our morning truth. Then if I remember, I'll tell you something else after we're done here with our reading. Well, where did I go with that now? I have to constantly hunt for it. It's like, we're not going to make this that easy for you. Well, where did you go? Oh, with the flag. I had this idea. I'm going to talk to my daughter who, well, Jeremy, where did it go? I'm going to talk to my daughter who is an amazing artist. All my children really are. Amazing artists. I don't know where they got that from. Must be Daddy's side. Well, I'm finding everything in here. Things I haven't seen in a while. Except for, did I lose that somewhere? Surely didn't, did I? It's in here. I know it's in here. Come on now. Where are you? I'm not supposed to read that today. No, come on now. Guys? What's going on here? I know it's in. Oh, no. I know it's in here. How could these pages just disappear in here? The Bible just ate that poem up. That prayer poem up. Ate it up. I'll just take all of this out. I got so much stuff in my Bible. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to just. Where did that go? I had that in my hand. Oh, there it is. I just found it. Oh. This here had a few pages clamped together. And it was right in between. Oh, safely nestled away. Okay. Let's get this going first. I hear Sissy moving up there. All right. I was a blessed child. This is for our celestial foundation condition. Heaven on earth. Establish heaven on earth. I was a blessed child. Peace in mankind, care and love for every dependent child. Peace. Every child feels secure. Don't tell your children the boogeyman's under the bed or something's in the closet so they stay in the bed. That's the dumbest thing to do. I can't believe people actually tell their children that. Why would you do that? Which reflects cause and effect in the child's life. Peace, every child eats. Peace, every child is warmed in cold times. Peace, understanding a child's growth in troubling times. Then to guide the child to attain harmony with peace. I am peace as a father, as a mother, as a son, as a daughter of God. Peace to become the best I can be for every child. Repentance, knowing every child is deserving of peace. Prayer, knowing every child comes first. Restored, conditions are fulfilled when every child is loved and cared for. Death separates us from our earthly path to attain peace. Our top descendants are the future. The change of lineage, God's lineage in action. The true cause and effect in a child's harmonious and happy life. Wow, that'll be something. Oh, here come the dogs. I got their food ready. I am an adult, ashamed to ask for anything from my heavenly parents for myself. If a child on earth needs my prayers and conditions greater than I, peace will happen when peace can be found in every child. I will be less than any child that suffers due to mankind's unkindness. Spirit world will hold us all accountable regardless. Remember that. Which reminds me too, because I did a lot of work, I did work on the Sabbath yesterday. Well, I was growing things. I'm not sure, okay. But there was a lot of, now let me put this somewhere where I could find it. I'll stick all this together. Then I'll definitely find it. And I was doing great all day. And then it hit about 7 o'clock. Sissy was still mowing out here. And I was suddenly in a lot of pain. My legs. It's always my legs. Oh, dear me. I'm going, oh, it's hitting me now. It is hitting me now. And I found that I can take an ibuprofen and get some relief. And I thought, I'm not doing that. I don't like to get. I just don't. I only take it whenever, well, maybe once a week or something, or when I know I have a lot of work to do. I got to do lifting, this, and that, and then and I suffer a little later. Anyway, so I went upstairs and oh, I was tempted. I thought this is going to be a sleepless night. Can't sleep like that. Yes. The only way that I got some relief laying my legs out on the bed, laying my legs out on the bed, is sitting up. Right? Hi guys, you're back. Look at you. And I thought, I'm not gonna sleep. This ain't gonna happen. And maybe they'll calm down a little later or something. My legs are like a separate part of me sometimes. And kind of, should I take one? But no, but then if I have to work later in the week, and I need one, then I'll feel like, no, no, I have a regiment there, so they work, they keep working, right? Yeah, I take one of them, man, for hours and hours. I'm good. I'm not kidding. It's great. Anyway, they're 800 milligrams ibuprofens, right? Yes, so they don't make you loopy or anything. Or this one doesn't. Can't take the Tylenol one. I tried. Oh, no, I was out of sorts all day. And they were only 500 milligram. I thought, well, if I tolerate those, can't tolerate aspirin anymore. That's no, big no. But the Tylenol, I thought, well, that's supposedly better anyway. Took a 500 milligram one. Nope, no. I was no. It messed up my stomach. It messed up my head. It messed up. I started getting the bumps again on my skin up. I said, nope, no. And it took me 2 days to get over that one. Just that one. But the ibuprofen somehow, okay, yay, you got something. Besides my St. John's wort oil and all that. I laid there and going, nope, I'm going to just offer, just like most of the time I do, I offer this up for children out there that are suffering way more than I do. And I did. I suffered. And then suddenly I got up several times just to move around a little bit. That helps sometimes, yes. And to calm down whatever's going on in my legs. And then eventually, suddenly I snoozed off. And then Gus started. He was in the house, started whining. I got up and then I made the coffee. I was done. It was 6 o'clock. Summertime, 5 o'clock, wintertime, regular time, proper time. Hey, Gus, there comes Paul. Oh, he's all limping again. Oh, poor boy. Huh? How was it out there? I offered it up for the children out there. Got up this morning. I said, I'm going to hold out till 7 o'clock. Right? Yes? and then take one. Right, if it's still needed, depending on what I'm going to do today. And I got up and suddenly my legs were fine. I know, odd one, right? Suddenly they were fine. They're fine now. Don't need nothing. I don't have to take anything. I'm good. Right? How was it out there? He has to come and tell us every time. Really? Anybody get hurt? No? I found a big gouge in one of Gus's legs a few days ago. It's still healing up. It's a big old hole. Well, big old. It's you can tell it's a definite tooth mark. You guys, it's not that late yet. Why don't you wait a little longer? Look at you. You're panting like crazy, huh? What you guys do out there, huh? You've been gone since 6 o'clock this morning. 2 hour run. They're just laying there. You guys gonna listen to? Well, that's good. All right, let's get going. So, yeah, I did. Do you know whose bowl is who? Huh? Do you know whose bowls is who? Whose? Yeah. Yeah, he also has the nicest bowl. Still shiny. All right. Let's get going. Also, a friend, oh, yeah, also from Brother in Faith, posted all pictures of the flowers that are already blooming, this and that, where he lives at. And here, we're so high up on a mountain. We have things blooming, definitely. But he has things farther down in the valley are already blooming a lot more. The grass is taller, this and that. Takes a little longer up here on the mountain. Uh, that's just how it is. It's always been that way. All right, let's get going here. Numbers 27. Oh, looky there. Well, we're being, look, somebody thought of the women for a change here. I like it. Numbers 27, the inheritance of daughters. Oh, I'm so excited. Who knows what's going to come up here? There then came forward the daughters of Zelophehad, son of Hepher, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh. Oh, are those the girls that... Oh, yeah, sure enough. Oh, if I can find out about that. Remember, I wondered about that yesterday. Son of Manasseh. He belonged to the clans of Manasseh, son of Joseph. His daughters' names were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. 5 of them. They appeared before Moses, the priest Eleazar, the leaders, and the whole community at the entrance to the tent of meeting, and said, Our father died in the desert. He was not a member of the party who banded together against Yahweh, Korah's party. It was for his own sin that he died without sons. Oh. Weird one. People attach stuff like that. So what? If you don't have a son and only daughters, you have committed some kind of a sin, so you're not deserving of a son, and you're cursed all with daughters? What kind of an attitude is that? Okay, whatever. What people all come up with. Why should our father's name be lost to his clan? Since he had no son, give us some property like our father's kinsmen. Oh, I see. Moses took their case before Yahweh, and Yahweh spoke to Moses and said, Zelophehad's daughters are right in what they say. Oh, I love you, Father. You will indeed give them, you will indeed give them property to be their heritage among their father's kinsmen. See that their father's heritage is passed on to them. Then speak to the Israelites and say, if a man dies without sons, his heritage will pass to his daughter. If he has no daughter, the heritage will go to his brothers. If he has no brothers, if his father has no brothers, his heritage will go to the member of his clan who is most nearly related. It will become his property. This will be a legal rule for the Israelites, as Yahweh has ordered Moses. Now, what did they say though, right? He was not a member of the party who banded together against Yahweh, Korah's party. It was for his own sin that he died without sons. Now, if that were true, okay, I'm just saying again on how people kind of put this out, worded it, and again, I'm sure the daughters were just, okay, how are we going to explain this to them on that? Come on now, how is this fair, per se, right? And say, okay, let's come up with something, or the way they looked at it, well, our dad must have done something. So how about we mention as it's not our sins? Okay, well, we know better. If your ancestors sin, they're not taking care of it, go to spirit world, you will be burdened with it. Done. Right? And one could look at anybody's life out there, see what the problems are, or the good things, and go right back to the ancestors and see, what happened there, right? Yes? Because too many people out there, no idea why they're feeling the way they do, no idea why they think certain things happen to them, why stuff repeats in their family. Okay, more on this not so good side, okay, and all that. And it can be traced right back into your ancestry. Then what you do as a descendant, you take care of it. It can be done with prayers, right? Yes, repentance that you do for your ancestors. Okay, all right. I'm getting into other stuff now. It's Lazy Sunday. I get to talk for 3 hours today if I want to. Oh, yeah, see, there you go. On Sundays you preach. Don't pick up sticks. All right. When Moses brought the stove in front of God, God didn't say, well, that's too bad. Their father, they're carrying out the sins of the father as well. Yep, I can't help that. Then he would have agreed with that statement of, well, he didn't have any sons because he sinned. And so he only had his own sin, and that's why he had only daughters. God didn't agree with that, but he did agree with what? Yes. You see that? You have to read through the whole thing and then go, wow, what did God actually address? And what, in the way he addressed it, yes, he absolutely agreed with these women. You should have, just because there's no son doesn't mean that you should not also get your proper share of things. There. Never mentioned the sins of the father, or that was something. All right. Just saying. We're getting to know you. It's wonderful. Oh, thank you, Father. Look at that. Yes, I have absolutely no problems when I agree with things. Accepting it, right? Okay. Joshua, the head of the community. Interesting, too. They traced their ancestry back, when it comes to the clan, to Joseph. Joshua, the head of the community. Yahweh said to Moses, climb this mountain of the Abarim range and look at the country which I have given to the Israelites. After you have seen it, you will be gathered to your people as Aaron, your brother, was. What? For you both rebelled in the desert of Sin when the community disputed with me, and when I ordered you to assert my holiness before their eyes by means of the water. These were the waters of Meribah of Kadesh in the desert of Sin. Yes, okay, got it. Moses then said to Yahweh, you see, what did I just talk about before? Okay, now it comes to backlash of disobeying, the consequences. Moses then said to Yahweh, may it please Yahweh, God of the spirits that give life to all living creatures, to appoint a leader for this community, to be at their head in all their undertakings, a man who will lead them out and bring them in, so that Yahweh's community will not be like sheep without a shepherd. Moses is getting older, very older. Yahweh then said to Moses, take Joshua, son of Nun, a man in whom the Spirit dwells. Oh, that's interesting. And lay your hand on him. That's interesting how God words this. But I can't see them understanding that at that time. These have to be God's words. The Spirit dwells in a man in whom the Spirit dwells. Did you guys hear that? How was breakfast? Huh? Oh, they're so talkative. Oh, interesting. I could get into this one, but let's leave it for another time. This will come up again. Bring him before the priest Eleazar and the whole community, and give him your orders in their presence. Things always have to be done in a way that they don't start squabbling again. Conferring some of your own authority on him, so that the whole community of Israelites will obey him. He will present himself to the priest Eleazar, who will consult Yahweh on his behalf by means of the rite of the Urim. Oh, Urim. At his command, they will go out, and at his command, they will come in, he and all the Israelites with him, the whole community. Moses did as Yahweh had ordered. He took Joshua, brought him before the priest Eleazar and the whole community, laid his hands on him, and gave him his orders, as Yahweh had directed through Moses. So it sounds like Moses is worried. That reminds me again of the squabble doubles going on in our movement. Ugh, dear me, what a bunch of nonsense. Oh, I had to say that time, so you just reminded me. Remember I said I have something else to share if I remember. I just remembered. I totally forgot that, but that reminded me of it. Moses was worried. He's getting older, and he realizes that the Israelites are nowhere ready to just be on their own. Right? Yes? So he's asking God, gotta have someone. So there's Joshua. Okay. And he's being anointed. Yes. And then, no doubt, once Moses passes away, right? Yes. Then Joshua will become the leader, right? Okay. Hopefully the Israelites will obey him. Hopefully, yeah, okay. I don't know. Knowing the Israelites by now, we'll see what happens, right? Yes. So, the Israelites now have had left. It doesn't say. We don't know. Maybe we'll find out. For a number of years. Sounds like at least a couple of generations, maybe the third generation now is right. All the other ones that originally came out of Egypt, no more. So these people now should be already not be so attached anymore to Egypt, right? Yes? And the life there and the experiences there and this and that. And there should be already some foundation in each of the clans, right? Which sounds like a clan basically is very much family, extended family, right? That's the clan, okay? And then there's all these clans. So every clan should already have, by now, a pretty good foundation on how to be God's people, right? Yes? Okay. Doesn't sound like it, though, right? Yes? Moses is very worried. And if that were the case, then you could have just someone says, okay, well, the tent of meeting still needs to be taking care of the priests, that all. The Levites, too, by now should be set in what they need to do, this, that. All the people should accept that. And things should be pretty stabilized by now. And but you need someone to kind of still guide the people. And of course, they have all them other leaders as well. You just have one above it who does what? Kind of the same thing Moses does, and just hands out. Okay. Still, the how do you say? Not conversations, not commandments. Instructions of God to start with, because the Spirit dwells within him. And God tells Moses to also give a part of himself. Yes? What? Part of the what? Abilities to communicate with God, to Joshua. Okay. Spiritual and physical leader then. But when it comes down to it, every clan within the Israelites by now should have a good foundation of what? A stable foundation of what? Right? Yes? It's the same thing in our movement. So, we believe in the return of the Messiah has happened through true parents. Yes? A couple. Oh, the change of lineage. Oh, back to God. Huh? Sorry, Lucifer. Sorry. You added the picture. But of course, there's still a lot of restoration going on. Right? Yes? Okay. I remember when True Father, I listened to a lot of speeches, and I read the Divine Principle many, many, many times. This get greater understanding. There was a hummingbird just now. Oh my gosh, these little guys are so precious. And as time went on, the years went on, that, I heard him say, True Father, you know, you're not supposed to become messiahs. Huh? Messiah is a savior of the world. Saviors of the world. You're all supposed to be that. Your families are supposed to be that. Huh? Not just me and my wife. Right? They're like the head couple or something. Right? Just like Moses was. Right? Yes, and with Israel. True parents are the head couple of our movement. Right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, when he said that, that's like, oh, my heart just opened, going, oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah. And if that's the case, after true parents aren't here anymore, and then their kind of legacy begins, right, with the world as the spiritual leaders, that they were at this time, and on the difference that they made for the people out there, right? Yes, all mankind, that. If we're stable in our families, right, and take on the responsibility of, yeah, that's what's called walking next to Jesus, walking next to God, walking next to the true parents. Oh, to be exalted like them, or so? No, just to be clear about what responsibility you take on as a human being. And then you do that. Done? Yeah. Anywho, but squabbles. Inheritance squabbles going on there now. And the thing is, Moses says, I'm not sure once I'm not here anymore, things might just fall apart. Yes. So, what about? I'm thinking for my clan, it won't matter if once True Mother passes away and that all somehow falls apart, because, again, like, you guys can't get your stuff together? Huh? Really? Can't even feed my plants with the manure that they're creating right now out there. Just saying. Some of them. But there are a lot of clans out there in our movement, lots of families have good, stable foundation, and that's going to stay. And we're going to move forward as these clans, stable clans in God's lineage. That's the important part. The rest of it, what do I care? That's not my beef. Right? Yeah. So there it is. Which some might, if they watch these videos, which I share in a group now called One Family Under God. I like that. I very much like that. And to balance again, first of all, I think it's important for us to share, right? Yes, from our own life. I can share out of everybody else's life, this and that, pull out the good, pull out the bad, and you still know nothing about me. Well, why would I do that? Why would I use everybody else rather than, yes, I use some examples of, yeah, okay, how about not? Or, oh, how about? But I share a lot about my own life, my own family, that stable environment that we have. Yes, we're still working on restoring things too. Okay? Done. As long as we work on the restoring rather than tearing someone else down, for example, then we're okay. We're on that path. Right? And it takes generations and generations to really get to that absolute perfect point where you're going, wow, we did it. We really did it. Yes. Where we all, when we pass, what do you think that means? And when we pass, you'll be with your clan again and all the other clans. You'll be able to see your friends. Yeah, as well. Do you know what I mean? No more separation. Hell will have been more or less eliminated. The hell that exists in spirit world, not the made up one. Right? Yes? Okay. All right, so for people, one hell is you don't get to see your loved ones when you pass. You can't reunite with them because either their level in spirit world is way lower than yours or yours is way lower than theirs. If there is no balance, things aren't taken care of, this or that, whatever, then you can't be. You can't be with your husband or your wife. You can't be with your children. You can't be with your grandchildren. You can't be with your brothers and sisters, your mother and father. You can't. It's not possible. Friends, it's not possible. That's one hell in spirit world that exists. The longing. For the people that you've known that are in your heart. Yeah. Longing. Ah, what about people who have nobody in their heart? Ah, that's a dark, dark place in spirit world. And the loneliness is indescribable. How would I know all that? Yeah, it got to be me. All right. So, I'm sharing this in this group because I saw another one. Gonna make this one. Well, I can talk for as long as I want. What am I saying? I don't have to finish up. I need to go pee, so I do need to finish up. Coffee. Saw another one again in this group. It's, as I said, it's just these people. Yeah. I think they end up in groups like that where very much things are positive. Yeah, there's other things, but okay, what does that mean? Huh? One family under God. Okay, and owls. Owls are a bad omen. Owls are this or that, and then if owls are shown, I don't know, in whatever form, this and that, then with people, then that's a sign of the devil or something. Are you people serious? Owls, number one. I mentioned that on the post of that person too. Are amazing creatures. They're beautiful. There's so many different varieties of owls out there, and they take care of a lot of critters out. Especially here, we have a lot of owls here. They get mice, voles, all kinds of other things that mess with your garden, for example. Okay. They grab smaller snakes, this, that, too. Keep kind of, those snakes can have a lot of babies, okay? They keep that population down. I think poisonous or non-poisonous. Well, in any case, so, incredible creatures, beautiful creatures. beautiful sounds at night, often at night. I can hear them sometimes during the day as well. I remember we were up at Medicine Lake in California, Northern California. Medicine Lake, was it Black Mountain? Black Mountain? Medicine Lake, and that was, eh, there used to be a volcano there, and now it's just a big old mountain of volcanic ash and rocks and obsidian. It was a place where the northern Indians there would go and collect obsidian, right? Yes, yeah, there's still a lot of it there. We didn't worry too much about obsidian, but we took some of the volcanic rocks home, put them in my garden. Yes, in the front garden, pretty. And we walked. We happened to walk on this path, this. Oh, and you're allowed. It's not illegal to. At that time, it wasn't illegal to take a few things with you. Walked around, and I'm looking down, and I'm calling my children. I said, "Guys, come here." I said, "Don't get too close." And there was a nest in the ground, on the ground. Okay, and there were two little baby owls in that nest. Two little baby owls, and you could hardly see them. I was amazed I saw them. They blended in so well among the colors of what all that volcanic rock and ash and the obsidian and all that on the what it looked like. All the colors were exactly the colors of these little baby owls. They were so well camouflaged. It was amazing. Beautiful little tiny little babies. And here people go, come on now. Are you people serious? So if I take a picture with my children far enough away, I didn't want to scare them. They were really quiet. Though their eyes were open, it wasn't like they were, you could tell they were like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? What kind of, okay, all right. Take a picture with these two little baby owls, no bigger than this, in their little nest on the ground, camouflage like that's evil. Now my children and I are evil. We have evil intentions because we got a couple little baby owls in the picture. You people serious? Number two, who created them creatures? In bigger forms, in smaller forms, huh? All the different types of colors. They have beautiful birds. Also, their eyes and their beak that goes with it, how they can twist their head just about all the way around. Who created that? Huh? Okay. In the same post, just mentioning this, don't do this with any other animals either, please. Okay? A goat in no way, in absolutely no way, represents or resembles Satan. Huh? Whoever came up with that, all right? I mean, come on now, people. You believe things like this? Dumber than coal buckets out there. Dumber than coal buckets. First of all, to come up with something like that, you got nothing but straw in your head. Okay? Number two, or whoever came up with this. Number two, you believe stuff like this? And you kind of, oh yeah, okay, what? Dumber than a coal bucket. All right. Had to say that. See, I'm a little more fierce than my friend. The truth. What? Does the truth hurt? What? Does it make you feel like, oh God, you're going to get upset over it? If I'm telling you the truth there? Tell me what I'm not saying right about it. Okay. Then here's another one that was with the same post, which then, as I said, the progression of, okay, here is a person of an incredible woman, okay, pictured with an owl, okay. For no apparent reason to me, I guess that owl was given to them, and it's owls. Owls are amazing, just amazing creatures. Yeah, they are to me. I said, what? What? Okay. And then they found other women with owls or other things, where owls are depicted. People, now you got to remember, People do this. Yes? People decide which animals depict this or that or I don't know what. Not the animals do that. Neither did God. People do that. People use certain things for their whatever agenda, good or bad. People do that, not the animals. A goat, I guarantee you, there's not one goat out there that's ever lived on Earth that decided that, yeah, I think I'll stick with Satan. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, okay. Okay, just saying. All right, so Lilith. You guys heard of Lilith? All right, if anybody ever watched Supernatural, okay, you know who Lilith is. I did. I watched Supernatural. I thought that the relationship of the brothers, and that was many, many years ago, was incredible. I loved that relationship that they had, that on how that was depicted. It was really something. The struggle, okay, and this now. All right. Lilith was in there. Okay, Lilith, another bad woman. Okay, number one, it's a myth. Lilith is a myth, if it's even that. Okay, it's a fantasy thing that has sprung again out of someone's head. Okay, doesn't exist. Lilith has never existed. Will never exist. Okay, done. Okay. It's someone's storyline. It's a story, as I say. Do whatever. And she's depicted phenomenal. How can people take something that has never existed, okay, will never exist, right, and then make that reality, right, on how whoever, right, I don't know, wrote a book or decided that to make this story out, because, of this woman with an owl, and she's bad and evil and this and that, and I'm not sure all what. I know how she was in the story went. The story went. Right? Storyline fiction went in Supernatural when it came to that. Right? Not sure how the fiction of that fictional character, right, came to be. But here now, people are taking that fictional stuff and are deciding that must be true with reality, with somebody else. Foolish. Absolutely foolish. And I would be embarrassed if I was that person who posted that in One Family Under God. I would be embarrassed. To do that. To show such stupidity and foolishness. It is stupidity. I'm sorry again. Do I offend somebody? People don't like the truth? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. What are you going to do? Hit me through the screen? I will tell that to someone's face. If I see something like that, I'm going, I'm sorry, you're doing what? And for what purpose? You have a beef with someone, then go and take it up with them directly, number one. And with some credibility, with reality, with truth. Truth. Not fictional characters and made up baloney about animals. Made up. Okay? Made up. Anyway. All right. Oh, what inspired me here? I don't like bullying. I just don't. I wasn't bullied. If I've mentioned that before. If I was bullied while I didn't notice because, as I said, my nose was always in a book. Number one, and number two, I just didn't take things like other people did. Uh, if I noticed if there was something directed towards me, then I'll tell you a good one. This will explain it. Last day of school of 6th grade. Then we were going up into some of our schoolmates went into the lower grades and some went into the higher grades. Yes, I went into the higher grades, but that's a great thing in Switzerland where the children who struggle a little bit more academically most likely will go into a trade, this and that, but you can still it's there, it's open. And the lower grades, they can excel there better than in the higher grades where they would most likely really struggle. Yes, then you have to pass an examination to see where you're going to be ending up. So the last day of 6th grade. And I had these shoes, little shoes. Oh, So we had a little talent show, and a friend and I, we did Baccarat. I don't know if any of you know who that is. There's a lady in black and a lady in white, and I was the lady in white, and my friend was the lady in black, and we sang a song. Yes. And you had she had them high black boots on, almost up to your knees, and I had them white ones. Yeah. Don't even know where I got those. My mom, that might have been my mom's. Well, anyway. But I had my other shoes with me. And then after the talent show's over, another nice thing in Switzerland, at the end of school year, you go to church. Oh, the whole region, everybody, all the schools, all the grades go to church. Yes, isn't that something? Yeah, last day of school, go to church. Yeah. So we're getting ready to go out, and I'm looking at my shoe, and somebody had cracked an egg into one of my shoes. I'm looking at that and going, oh man. And I see some of the boys laughing, right? Yes, specifically one. And I just laughed back at him. I went and dumped the egg out, cleaned up my shoe, but now it's wet. So guess what I wore to church? Yes, I did. My white Baccarat boots. All right. So, was I upset? Was I crying? Come on. I felt bullied? No. Okay. At the time, as I said, I just reacted the way Daniela reacts, okay? Now I know. I'm thinking back. You're a weird one. I remember I was sitting in front of the boy, most likely, who had put that egg in my shoe. And he kept sniffling. And I'm going, oh, he's crying. I bet he's going to miss me, right? Yes, he's just, that was kind of a show of affection, that egg in my shoe. No, I was not one of those romantic or looking for boy relationship kind of. No. I didn't have time for that. I was not interested either. It's just not something that. Yeah. I had plans. I already saw what was going on. It wasn't bad. We didn't really have a lot of that going on. In school, as far as I remember, didn't notice. But somehow that's like, oh my gosh, he's crying. He's gonna miss me. That was a show of affection, that egg, and that never occurred to me that I was actually bullied that day. Didn't. Done. Interestingly enough, that boy grew up into a man, came and visited, and spent about 2 years in California doing some kind of sun tours or whatever, and stayed with us. when he wasn't doing the tours. We had a great time. My children loved him. It was wonderful. Uh, he's like a brother to me, and still, and an uncle to my children. Yes, yes, yeah. He's got, I think, 4 or 5 children himself now. Yes, yeah. Married to a Vietnamese lady in Switzerland, and they've gone through some sad persecution and judgment of that as well. Mm. Well, anyway, thought I mentioned that. Yeah, so there, right? But when I notice something like this, what? Who are you bullying? Over what? And why? And wait a second. That's my hero. That woman, my hero. True mother. That's my hero. What are you doing to my hero? For what? I can't see any. No. I have to say something. Hmm? And I do. Try to do it in a nice way, yet still with the truth, right? Yes? Yeah. Anyway, nice way. You called him what? Stupid, foolish, a fool. Well, amend your behavior when it comes to certain things and elevate yourself out of that class level. I will acknowledge that too. Maybe we'll have a good conversation someday. Yes? Yeah. In the meantime, don't bully my people. That ain't going to happen. Not as long as I have something to say about it. Can say about it. Right? Yes? Okay. Well, I guess that goes for everybody else out there, not just in that group. But again, how do we deal with certain things? Right? If it happens to me, oh, I'll just turn that around and you can't bully me. That's not going to happen. Yes, as I just explained, I'm still the same way. It's not going to happen. You can't do that. I'll either just walk away and look at you like, hey, you got a problem. Or I'm going to go, oh, you like me. You just don't know how to show it properly. Oh, there. Yes. Yeah. And yes, I have stepped in plenty of times. And literally, I was a big girl then too. Well, I wasn't really a big girl, but I was strong. Everyone in my family, all of the children are strong. They're strong built. It must be from my dad's side. My mom's strong too, but not necessarily physically. But we all were okay. Relatively tall. My brother and my sister really tall. Yes, not quite. About yeah, they're how many feet is that? 6 feet tall. Just almost 5'9", something like that. I'm the smallest one at 5'7". But we were all. That's then. Okay, now, come on. Or I'd say, let's talk about this. I've already talked about that in other videos as well. Right? Yes, and they back up. That one person's not alone anymore. Guess what? There's another person there. Oh, sometimes someone that knew me, one of my friends, so said, oh, what's going on there? Daniela's involved. She's never involved in anything except in her books. And they'd come over, and suddenly there's more people, and the bullies would back up. Suddenly, they can't deal with. Oh, interesting. Don't have to get into a fight. Violence often is not needed. When? Yeah. Okay. There you go. I think I'm done. Anything else? It's Lazy Sunday. Happy Lazy Sunday. Yes. Don't go pick up sticks. Daniela. I can't help it. God's love and blessings always. And may He protect you. And I will talk to you another time.